Grief and bereavement are frequently witnessed when providing palliative and end-of-life care. However, 43% of adults who have not experienced a bereavement worry about saying the wrong thing, and 49% don't know how to help bereaved people. Of people who have experienced bereavement in the last 5 years, 60% felt no community support, and 30% experienced people not referencing their loss at all. Understanding the impact of grief and bereavement is essential to provide support. Loss can be described as something being removed, such as divorce, retirement, losing a job, or the death of a loved one. The more significant the loss, the more intense the feeling. Bereavement can be defined as the death of a close relative or friend. Grief is the pain experienced following a significant loss. Mourning is the period of time when signs of grief are shown. Grief is a normal process. Most people will feel sad, numb, angry, fearful, insecure, exhausted, lost, and low in mood. The pain can be physical or cause a deep yearning. There's no time limit for these emotions. Initially, it's all-consuming. But over time, there may be more good days than bad as they start to accept the loss and begin to accept the person has died. But it doesn't mean that they are forgotten. People will still think and talk about them, mark special or significant days, and find their own ways to remember them. How somebody dies has an impact on grief, so it's important to enable people to die well whenever possible, in a place they are comfortable, with the people who are important, with little or no discomfort. Advanced care planning helps people live well until they die and may provide comfort to those grieving. A sudden death with no chance to say goodbye can be extremely difficult to accept. The physical and emotional shock of acute grief symptoms can last longer. They can feel a loss of security and confidence because someone was snatched away. Sometimes there's a more complicated reaction to loss, and a person could become severely depressed with regular thoughts of suicide. They may not accept the loss and may be in denial or feel anger for a prolonged period of time. How can we support people? Really listen to people who are affected by grief, allowing them to talk or share. Ask, do you feel like talking? If so, they will. If not, they may just want a normal conversation. It may be comforting to be silent, sitting and holding someone's hand. Don't be afraid to mention their deceased loved one's name. It acknowledges they were alive and of great importance. Avoid comments such as, I know how you feel, or starting comments with, you should, or you will. Let them own their feelings. Sometimes people need to relive their loss to make sense of it and come to terms with the reality of what's happened. Be patient. It helps to process the enormity of the loss. Offer practical help with arrangements, as their brain may be in a fog, especially in the first few weeks. Take care of yourself. Supporting somebody who is grieving can be exhausting. If you are a professional supporting multiple grieving people, try to remember the grief is theirs, not yours. If you want to learn more about how to support people experiencing grief or bereavement, take a look at our upcoming training courses. Thank you to Greater Manchester Cancer for funding this video and making training possible. For more information and training, visit www.sah.org.uk.